Hi Juan, Oceana here with G3 Agency. This is your free SEO website audit for BCD Industries in Riverside, California. In this video, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to get your website in front of the people using Google to find concrete services in the Riverside area. This video is totally free. You're welcome to use it however you see fit. And all I ask in return is some feedback on whether you found this helpful or not, so that I can improve them for the next people that I help, right? Okay, so let's jump right in. Normally, I usually do like an audit of the website itself, but since yours is not really up yet, that didn't make any sense. So I'm just going to jump into what your competitors are doing so that you know what you're up against if you want to get ahead of them on Google. Spoiler alert, it's actually not very difficult. I chose to call people in your area because there's a bit of promise there with low competition and high demand. So I'm excited to show you. So I used this tool. This is called Ahrefs, and I used its Keyword Explorer stuff to come up with any keywords that have to do with concrete and Riverside. And these are the few that it showed. So the reason that I chose Riverside is because when I searched for concrete services in the other area, any other place in Riverside County area, you know, Fontana and all those kind of things, there just wasn't nearly as much volume for those, so I really needed to focus on the Riverside itself because that's where the demand is, so you have to meet the demand. Okay, so Riverside concrete. This is a good keyword, so, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's got 4 key elements that are important. Something that you do, concrete, somewhere that you do it, Riverside, and then high volume and low KD. So volume is how many people each month are typing this exact phrase into Google, character for character. And this is on average each month. And then your KD is keyword difficulty. It's basically how competitive is this exact phrase. And with a KD of 0, that's not going to take very much time and effort to get to the first page compared to a higher number. And so this is actually very promising. And as you can see, I mean, it's 0 all the way down the board for difficulty. And volume is, I mean, it's you've got 100 people searching for it exactly this way, and then 80 people searching for concrete contractors, Riverside, California. That's the same thing in our eyes, we know that, but Google sees this as 2 different key phrases. So you've got 100, then 180, you know, and then another 70 and 40, etc. And you can see how it really adds up. So if you're sitting on the front page for just a few of these, on Google, you'd be getting quite a few visitors and quite a few jobs each month. So that's really exciting. So if we type in Riverside Concrete into Google, like those 100 people are each month, this is what we get. So there are a couple places on this page that you really want to show up. You want to show up in the map section. That's going to help people get to your website like that. A lot of people like this area to find their whoever they're going to do business with. And then you also want to show up down here in what's called the organic section. And how you show up in these 2 different spots is with 2 different strategies. So how you end up here in the map section is with citations. So you're going to make sure that your Google My Business listing is up to date and accurate. So you want to go to business.google.com. And I believe you can just look up Google My Business, and Google will tell you where to go in case that's not accurate. And then you want to make sure that specifically your name, address, and phone number are up to date and accurate, because then you're going to take that information and plaster it all over different directories across the internet, like Yelp, Yext, CityStar, White Pages. There are literally thousands of places you can add your information as a citation. And what that's going to do is it's going to prove to Google that you really exist and you really do serve this area. And that'll help with building that trust with Google, which is the whole idea. And if you end up in the top 3 for the maps, you'll end up on this first page, which is really cool. And that's definitely going to increase the amount of people coming to your site. And then down here, is the organic section. So this is where you want to make sure that you got lots of content on your website and lots of backlinks coming to your site. So I'll show you a competition of yours. So these guys are the first local competition, and this is their website. So, oh, what was that? Oh, interesting. It wasn't on the home page, I guess. Okay, so first of all, how many words are on their page, and are they relevant? Oh, I wasn't on the home page because the home page is not the one that won. So we're comparing you to this exact page that showed up here on the page when we searched the key phrase we want to show up for. I hope that made sense. If that didn't make sense, please let me know. I'll explain it again. But basically, we want to beat out this exact page. We don't care about beating out their home page because this is the one that's showing up, so that's the one we want to beat. Okay, so how many words are on the page? Are they talking about what they do, how they do it, where they do it? And can we do a better job of that? Well, I think so, because they don't have very many words at all. This is it. So you want to make sure that you have lots of words, many more than they have here, and that you're talking about what you do, how you do it, where you do it, etc. And that's going to help explain to Google what you do, and start that trust with Google where it understands what you guys are doing and that you're the expert in the subject matter. And then if I right click on one of their images and I click Save Image As, this is where they could be saving their images as key phrases, like that one that we were talking about, Riverside Concrete, I believe it was, or maybe it was Concrete Riverside, I don't remember. But this would be a good place for them to save that. They could save that image as that key phrase, and that would help them show up too. And they're not doing that, so that means that if we do that, that's going to put us a little bit ahead there. It's going to help us seem more relevant than them. And then over here, this is their Ahrefs health score. So Ahrefs is not only where I find keywords, but it's also a tool to give me an in-depth look into how a website's performing. And so and this is actually for their entire website. I'm going to do, okay, this is good. So this is for this exact page that we're trying to beat out. And we can see they've got a few backlinks and a few referring domains. So this right here is how you raise these numbers. And the UR score is how trustworthy this page seems to Google. And then this DR score is how powerful the whole website is. And so we want to beat them out on that. And how we do that is with backlinks and referring domains. So a backlink is any link that goes from another website back to your site, and a referring domain is a referring domain is a website where they have at least one of those links to your site on it. And so you want to increase these, but you want to make sure that when you're going out and you're asking different websites, hey, can you put a link on your site to my site? You want to make sure that those sites have a high DR score. 30 and above is really good. And then that they're relevant in some way to your business, whether that's, because they're in the same industry, or if they're, in a similar location, like another, Southern California business or whatever. If you can draw a logical conclusion as to how they're related, then Google probably can too, so it's fine. And then we have organic keywords. So this is your competitors' keywords. We can see what they're showing up for. And as you can see, like they're showing up for ready-mix concrete in Pittsburgh, and that doesn't make any sense. Like, why? So that's not really helping them, and so that's not really something that we'd want to go after either. But there are some here that I noticed that would be good, like Riverside Cement, for instance. It has 80 people looking for Riverside Cement, which, if I understand correctly, cement is just concrete without rocks. I think maybe I'm getting them mixed up, but people looking for cement are probably also looking for your services, right? So, and it's got a KD of 0 again, so this is another really good one to go after. So That's how I find out what keywords to include in content on the sites. Me and my team, we do some design and all that kind of stuff. So we'd be happy to meet with you and talk about helping you set up that website if you wanted someone who really knows what they're doing to help you with that process. We could even work with your person that's doing it in-house. Just, we're open to talking about possibilities of partnership going forward, but of course that's not expected. And the main thing is I would really love some feedback from you on this video, letting me know if it was helpful and if you plan to use this information in some way. So thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to your feedback. Bye.